Alright, welcome back guys. So I have still actually got the Seat Leon FR with me. I'm actually gonna show you guys what I've actually done with OBD11 in regards to customizing features, basically unlocking features that you wouldn't have actually been able to do. Similar to if you were to actually spec a brand new car, so certain features might not have been unlocked. In this situation, I'm actually going to go through with some of the features that I've actually unlocked. The main thing is the front headlights. As you can see, the front headlight drastically differently compared to just the standard Seat Leon FR, even a Cupra to be fair. Now, in that situation, I'm not too sure if it is actually legal, but basically the daytime running light is still functioning as normal, but it's actually got the US side lights, which is basically the indicators fully turned on. And let me turn the indicators on. So that is on, and as you can see, it is still working whilst the other one is still lit. So that's what it would look like. That turns on, that turns off, that turns on, that turns off. But the side light on the mirror and the rear is actually in sync. However, this is off sync. And just to show you guys, if the main headlights were actually on, this is what it would look like. In my opinion, I think this looks pretty cool. Of course, I will drop a photograph over here right now, and you guys can actually follow if you've got the exact same OBD11. Might not be obvious, but the actual daytime running light is actually set to 100% every single time. Meaning that if you are aware of daytime running lights, and the way they actually work is that it's set to 100% brightness as soon as the lights are basically turned off to illuminate the daytime running lights. But as soon as you've got your side lights or your main beam on, it actually dims to 50%. This is across all cars with daytime running lights, regardless if you've actually got halogen daytime running lights or LED daytime running lights. They actually do the exact same thing. Now, in regards to the back end, the actual daytime running lights in this situation is actually called Scandinavian. I think you can get this across every Volkswagen, Audi group. They actually do the same thing. But in terms of the daytime running lights, the rear are actually completely turned off. However, the front would actually be turned on. In this situation, you can actually change it so that the daytime running lights at the back are constantly on every single time. So to demonstrate, let me turn off the lights again. So daytime running light is enabled at the front. The rear lights are currently turned on as well. And this is basically from ignition. So as soon as the ignition is turned on, the rear lights are always on permanently until the car is actually turned off. So no matter if it's in daytime running light mode. So essentially now you've actually got daytime running lights from the back as well. I think that's about it in regards to the exterior. No, actually the fog lights. Let's go to the fog lights now, which I've actually completely forgot about. Firstly, I've actually changed the bulb to LED, so it actually complements the main headlights perfectly. They are exactly the same Kelvin style, so it doesn't look odd. Even though on camera it does look a little bit more blue. It wasn't actually from factory turned on. I know some cars do actually have this turned on, but in this situation my car was not equipped with that. But again, it is a safety feature. I think this is 10 times better than actually not having it on. But like I've mentioned, on some cars you do actually have this on. If so, great, you're lucky. If not, then of course there is a way for you to actually unlock that, providing you have got fog lights, which I believe every Seat Leon Mark III actually have. I believe so. That actually sums up the exterior. So let's actually jump into the interior, because there's a hell of a lot of things that have actually unlocked in regards to that. So in order to actually incorporate that, I'm actually going to wait until it gets dark, because then you guys can actually see it 100%.
Okay, let's start the car. Welcome back everyone. So currently we are in the car, and I've deliberately done this at night so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So obviously moving on with the theme, the next thing that I've actually done on OBD11, and that's interior of the car. And as you can see, the cluster is actually lit up as if the light is actually on. However, the light is not on. It's actually set to auto. So if I were to turn it off, the instrument cluster is still on. So is all of the lighting, it's still on. So as you can see, the daytime running light is actually fully on. This is with the headlights on, and this is off. As you can see, the doors are lit up in red, but what you don't know is that the actual brightness can be increased to 50 to 100%. In your normal standard mode, it's set to 50%, but also it's also set to if it's actually engaged in the sport mode. So I can actually put it in eco mode. There you go, eco mode is engaged. However, the lighting in here is exactly the same, and that's what I've made as my standard default. So every mode that I'm in, I'm actually, you know, it doesn't really matter. You guys might have also noticed the next thing that I've done is turn off the actual lighting in here. That used to lit up in orange, I believe, if you were to engage sport mode, but it's normal, so it's not constantly telling you you're in sport mode. The other things that I've done is put LEDs in the footwells. Of course, LEDs in here as well, super bright. Hopefully you can see it, but yeah, it's got this carbon effect, which I really do like. But that's about it, to be honest, on the inside of the car. There might be a lot of things that I have missed.